Good morning, BASD Industrial Arts. This is Mr. Golf. Just continuing our how-to series on TinkerCAD. Next skill set that I'm going to show you guys is how to group items, how to ungroup items, and how to duplicate items. Okay, you're going to need to know how to group items together to create a solid design. When we create our 3D printable designs, we always make sure that the last step that you do to hand your project in is to group the items together so you have one solid piece, okay? That's what steps I'm going to be showing you guys today. Just pay attention. Remember, guys, you can always stop these videos, slow them down, rewatch them if you don't understand something. So click on my examples tab. Going to go into Tinker, and same thing that we check every time we get in here, guys. We're going to check to make sure that our workspace is in inches. We're going to make sure that our snap grid is a 1/16 of an inch. Remember, these videos are references for you. If you don't remember how to do something, go back to Schoology, watch the short video, refresh your memory, and then knock it out of the park when you guys get back into TinkerCAD. So, when it comes to joining or grouping two things together, the first thing that I want you guys to notice is that you're going to have to be able to select two items at the same time. So, I have a cylinder and I have a square here. I am actually going to drag my cylinder on top of my square. Okay, this is where that view comes into play, making sure that it's touching. I'm not worrying about alignment or anything like that right now. This is just simply to show you guys how to group items together. So, I have my two items stacked. There are two different ways that we can select both items to group them. First way that you can do it with your trackpad, okay? You're going to hold down the shift key on your keyboard. You're going to click on the item. As I click on the cylinder, you can see it's outlined in blue. You can see that a drop-down menu pops up that says shape, okay? We have successfully selected one item. To group items together, you need to select multiple items. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to hold shift down. I'm going to click on my square or rectangle on the bottom of my screen. As you can see on the screen itself, both items are outlined in blue. As you can see in my drop-down menu, okay, I have shapes 2. That's telling me I have 2 shapes selected. If you're trying to group 3 items, make sure you click all 3 so it says 3 shapes selected. At this point, it's very simple. You look at your toolbar right here, okay? And you're going to go to the group button. You can see that it gives you a shortcut, Control G. Some of you guys that are computer savvy, you like to do the keyboard commands. You can also hit Control G. Myself, I just click on the group button. So I click on group. Takes about a second, and now we are looking at a grouped item. If for some reason you made a mistake when you were clicking on that group, you have 2 options to fix it. Right next to it, once you've selected that item, is ungroup. There you go. You can click ungroup and it puts your 2 shapes back to where they were. Okay? That's one way. If this is grouped together and you also notice that you made a mistake, you can go to undo. Control Z. Okay? So if I didn't want this, I can also undo this right here, and I'm back in the same boat with both of my options. Okay? Now, that's how we group and ungroup an item. Remember, both items need to be selected. Shift, click on the item. One way that I find a little bit easier for myself is you can just use your trackpad, click, drag a rectangle around the items you want grouped. When you let that go, again, you'll see your drop-down menu showing you how many items you have selected. So, right now, I drag my square around, I get 2 shapes, I can group them together. Now that I have these grouped, say I wanted to make Legos, or I'm making certain parts of something that are going to be repeated over and over, once you group items together, you can duplicate them. If you have a single item that you want to make over and over or duplicate, you can duplicate those. You select the item, you come up to your toolbar, and you just click duplicate. Now, you kind of saw that object in the middle of the screen flash for about half of a second. That's it creating the extra or the duplicate item. Don't forget you're going to have to move these around the screen excuse me, in order to see where the duplicate was. So that's how we group items together, guys, and this is how we ungroup them and duplicate items. Hopefully this answers any questions you guys have. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. Take care of yourselves out there, guys.